welcome to the Film and TV channel. I have a little comedy film review today. It's classed as a comedy. I think it's actually based on true events. Obviously, a lot of dramatic license, I'm sure, is used in this film if it is based on true events. It's written and directed by Aaron Gaudet and Geeta Pulapilli. There's a good name. It's called Queenpins. Yes, Ben Stiller serves as an executive producer under his Red Hour Productions banner. I watched this on the 3rd of December 2021 on Amazon Prime here in the UK. So all of these scores and reviews, etc., is at the 4th of December 2021. So depending on your circumstances, wherever you are, just checking your territory where you might be able to watch this film if it's of any interest to you. Yeah, it stars Kristen Bell as Connie Kaminsky. A bit of Kristen Bell, don't we? Vince Vaughn, I like a bit of Vince Vaughn, as well as Simon Kilmurray, Paul Walter Hauser as Ken Miller. I do really like Paul Walter Hauser. Some great. It doesn't not a lot of stuff out there, is there? But I must admit, I do like his stuff. And yeah, a lady I wasn't overly familiar with, Kirby Howell-Baptiste as JoJo Johnson. Dejected and frustrated suburban housewife Connie Kaminsky has followed the conventional life path set for her by society ever since she was young. Her sacrifices have never been appreciated and she has been overlooked by her husband Rick, her loved ones and the rest of society. Alienated by her uninspiring existence, Connie joins forces with her best friend, just a bit fed up, just like the rest of us, JoJo Johnson, and the duo comes up with an illegal coupon club scheme. Connie and JoJo end up scamming large corporations out of millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars. Their ingenious scheme eventually gets too big to remain a secret, attracting the attention of law enforcement authorities who begin to track them to bring down their illegal empire. Yes, and don't forget the post office investigators, eh? What a bunch they are. Yeah, there we go. Is it any good? Well, let's have a look at some of the little scores. Rotten Tomatoes didn't like it very much, only 47% positivity. That's based on 59 reviews, so quite a lot. And it just gets an average rating of 5.5 out of 10, which isn't great. And 28 fresh and 31 rotten. So Angie Han from the Hollywood, I'm getting all common, Hollywood Reporter is a bit rotten on it and said the crime comedy ends not as a fat stack of jokes but a jumble of loose change. Not entirely worthless, but not amounting to a whole lot either. But Fresher was just winning for her in the UK for the Radio Times. The flippant tone and broad humour ultimately shortchanged the character's emotional arcs, but Bell and Howell-Baptiste are so likeable that they make this a fun ride while it lasts. Yes, so say all of us, Mr. Josh Winning. Site's consensus, lowbrow humour and inconsistent storytelling undercut Queenpins' talented cast, making this coupon-clipping comedy, a bit of alliteration there, a disappointingly poor bargain. Okay. The audience liked it, though. Yeah, here we go. The Rotten Tomatoes audience, 4.1 out of 5. So that equates to just over 8 out of 10. So there you go. We like it when the audience like it, don't we? Let's have a look at another critic site, though, Metacritic. Only 45 out of 100 based on 20 critics. 5 give it a positive, 10 give it a mixed, and 5 give it a negative. So split right down the middle. It scored anywhere from 25 out of 100 to 70 out of 100. Screen Rant Sarah B. Milner, she didn't like it very much. She only gave it 40. She said it wants to celebrate the American dream and the entrepreneurial spirit while making a statement about consumerism and corporate greed. In the end, Queenpins doesn't really say anything, which would have been fine if it was at least funny. Well, I think Sarah's got a totally different sense of humour to me, obviously. The playlist Lauren J. Coates did like it a little bit more, though, 67 out of 100, and said, while it's hardly the funniest film of the year, the based on a true story couponing antics and thoughtful look at motherhood and grief make Queenpins worth the watch. There you go. Internet Movie Database, Joe Public, you, me, the watching public. What do we think? Yeah, a nice score. Not brilliant, not fantastic, but 6.3 out of 10. So I'll go with that. It's over and above my watchable rating, isn't it? And of that, I've ignored the 10 out of 10s. I've ignored the 1 out of 10s. I've just took all the others. And there's 4,281 people scored it between 6 and 9. And 1,155 scored it between 2 and 5. So you got 79% positivity there. So that's healthy. I like that. I like to see that. And I haven't looked at those reviews before I watched this. So it's always nice nice to watch a film and then see if you sort of agree with the public. And yeah, more or less I am. My little thoughts on this. Right, I mean, ignore that woman before who said about the humour. What made this enjoyable for me were the four main leads, all four characters. Kristen Bell, of course, as Connie Kaminsky, and Kirby Howell-Baptiste as Joe Johnson. They were great. They're just great. Great to watch, invested in them, liked them. Obviously, they were the two crooks entrepreneurs, if you like. But I just enjoyed watching them, especially Kristen Bell. She's one of my favourites, so I did enjoy that. Funny, yeah, not particularly, but all the fun came from these other two guys. Yeah, Vince Vaughn was Simon Kilmurray, working for the post office, and Paul Walter Hauser, who worked for the companies, obviously checking these coupons of fraud, etc. Especially Paul Walter Hauser. I think he was fantastic. I do like Paul Walter Hauser. He's Ken Miller. I mean, they were both great, and obviously all the fun came from these two, Vince Vaughn and Paul Walter Hauser. And as I said, it made me smile, and it did make me laugh out loud on 2 or 3 occasions as well. So that's all we can ask. So obviously that young lady before doesn't have a sense of humour, Chip, by the looks of it. And both totally worked together. Both worked off each other really well, and made the film for me, in all fairness. There's nothing clever or complicated. It's just a fun watch. It never gets too dark. I mean, even though the girls get involved in buying and selling an array of weapons, etc., and they start to spend all their ill-gotten gains, if you like. I mean, it doesn't get too dark at all. It doesn't get too scary. Obviously, the opening of the film shows where obviously you know what's going to happen. The opening of the film tells you everything about it, but it's still a good fun watch. Nice, simple fun watch, and I think that's what the critics are missing. It's a comedy, based very loosely, I would imagine. I mean, I'm sure there's real elements in it, but I'm sure there's a lot of dramatic license, based very loosely on true events, and it isn't trying to be preachy about or cutting edge. It's just for me, it's just a bit of fun. I didn't see anything untoward in it, you know, that obviously woke or making any sort of point about consumerism, etc., etc. I just watched it as a comedy film and thoroughly enjoyed it. Okay, the ending was a bit not weak, but it wasn't great. But then again, what you know, unless they're going to totally go against what would happen, it was an interesting ending, very interesting ending. But it did, say, it just made me laugh. It just brightened my day. I did really enjoy this. I didn't read too much about it. I literally stuck it on and watched it, and that was the best way to watch this film. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. And as I said, the 4 lead characters just totally made it for me. So I'm going to give it a score of 6.5 out of 10. Yes, I'm going to give it a little bit more than Internet Movie Database, just a bit less than the Rotten Tomatoes audience, don't forget. It's only the critics who didn't like it and be miserable, but I like this. I thought this is great. And it was on Amazon as well, so I subscribed to Amazon, so it didn't cost me anything really, did it? Because I already subscribed to it. I know it's an odd way of looking at it, but that's how I do look at it, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Anyway, let me know what you think if you get to watch this film. Thanks for watching. Whatever you're going to do the rest of the day, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More important, let's all look after each other. So we'll be here again on the Film and TV channel. Or perhaps have a look across, please. If you're interested in football at all, I do vlogs on my football team, Manchester City, if that's of any interest. Or you know someone who might be interested, please give them a little nudge in my direction. Give us a thumbs up, guys. That'd be wonderful. And if I don't see you over on the Citizen channel, don't worry. Hopefully I'll see you back on here on the Film and TV channel. Until we do, I only ask one thing. Please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.